Thanks for staying with us. We're still reviewing Punch.
Yes, I have the German Consul General to Lagos, Mr. Borno, has cautioned leaders of West African countries against partnering with Russia for peace, security, and stability in their countries. This was at the International Conference on ECOWAS at 50, which was held at the Nigerian Institute of International Affairs in Lagos. He particularly warned Sahel countries that are relying on Russia for their defense in Africa core, noting that the relationship was not driven by true interest and respect for their countries. He argued that the lack of sincere interest in the development of African countries is epitomized by the fact that Russia had no concrete, impactful projects in West Africa. They do not regard Russia under President Putin as a reliable partner on peace and stability in the region. From Russia's direct neighborhood to various parts of Africa, Putin's Russia is playing a power and resource game without respect for the true interests of the respective country or region. They said the former Wagner mercenaries are now acting in several African countries, including parts of West Africa, and they are called Africa Corps. These are directly guided by the Russian Ministry of Defense in Moscow. I do not know of any concrete Russian project in West Africa that they can have a positive impact on the well-being of West Africa's nation and its people. The Consul General also noted ECOWAS remained under high pressure following the exit of Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger, apart from the issues of terrorism, banditry, and organized crime. So they're saying, keep away from Russia. Russia doesn't mean you well. They're just trying to do this for your resources.
Thank you, Germany.
We haven't seen anything that they have done that has positively impacted you. And I wanted to say, all the Oyinbos that have come to our continent.
Janatu is here now, hanging out, doing a few things. Okay, over 4,900 petrol retail outlet owners have shut down because thousands of independent marketers are currently scaling down as a result of the downstream sector. Issues attributed to rising loss from unpredictable and volatile costs in the price of the premium motor spirit petrol sold by Dangote Refinery and PMS importers. This comes against the backdrop of frequent changes in the price of petrol by the refinery. The $20 billion refinery has changed the price of petrol about 6 times this year already. It reviewed petrol prices 6 times between January and April. Punch was saying that, according to their findings, showed that marketers are lamenting this development, and the situation has compelled marketers to scale down the volume of petrol products they purchase, with as many as 3 or more marketers now pooling their resources to afford a single truckload of fuel. So we're seeing the impact of Dangote Refinery.
Okay, I want to take this. Of course, I want to take the story of salary crisis, because we've complained, and I know several Nigerians that live in foreign countries have complained about how the embassies are not effective. Apparently, the crisis reached out to is affecting about 450 foreign service officers who haven't been paid salaries in 6 months. And the federal government now said that they are making providing funds to solve the salary crisis. This federal government fund will be going to 109 foreign missions. The amounts undisclosed, but they are expecting that this would cushion the effect of months of long financial strain and further avert deterioration of Nigerian diplomatic presence abroad. One key thing that we should note, though, is there's been a steady increase in the budget allocated to these foreign ministries. But if we consider that the budget is in Naira and the value of Naira against the dollar, even if it increases, it might not really have that much effect. The Foreign Affairs Ministry is sending these intervention funds, and they are hoping that it would reduce the limitations that officers have already complained about over there. I'm just wondering, how have people survived in foreign countries for 6 months without earning salary? Like
and other side gigs you do.
Side gigs.
Moving on to the Nigerian Tribune, 2027 ADC meets today, may ratify coalition. LCCI man decried 27.5% monetary policy rate. No lady is on the trial for converting to Christianity in Zamfara's government. Again, 4 persons abducted by gunmen in Kogi. You tell me why I didn't resign, says Professor Oloyede. Trump ambushes Ramaphosa during White House meetings. And forget defections, it will be hungry Nigerians versus APC in 2027, says Makinde.
Israel. I have the story from Zamfara. The Zamfara state government has debunked a story claiming that Zamfara Christian convert Zainab Mohammedu is set to stand trial in Sharia court on Friday, which is tomorrow, describing the news which has been trending on social media as the handiwork of enemies of the state. The spokesperson for the governor, Suleiman Bala Idris, said to newsmen on Wednesday that the report is false and was taken from social media sites that only seek to generate traffic. And they've, verified beyond reasonable doubt that no such a case exists before any Sharia court in the state. The attention of the state government had been drawn to the mischievous fake news circulating about a 22-year-old Zainab Mohammedu, who is supposed to be facing a death penalty. Anyway, the state government said they summoned the relevant authorities and security agencies to verify the authenticity of the story. To also ensure accountability and certainty, the state government had confirmed with the Grand Qadi of Zamfara Sharia Court of Appeal regarding any similar cases. He stated that there has never been such a case before the Sharia court in the state. So where did this perilous and divisive narrative originate? What are their underlying motives? Who is promoting this story, and what do they hope to accomplish in the long run? This media report is pointing a finger at Sahara reports. They say that many media platforms that should provide public with verified news, that they've become so complacent and merely copying and pasting content from social media accounts eager for likes and comments. And they went further to say that the woman whose picture was used in this news is not Nigerian. Her name is Aliyah, and she's from Texas in the United States. Imagine. So who are these people? What do you hope to achieve by spreading such a false story?
Wow.
So I have a worrisome story also. The Yagba community, West local government area of Kogi State is currently, I don't understand, suffering from kidnappers. So they had earlier kidnapped a king, I think last week or last 2 weeks, from the same community, just abducting him right from the palace and walking away. And this time around, they attacked the residence of an elder man in the community by Ezekiel Durojaye, a retiree and a respected community leader. And right in his own compound, they abducted him along with 3 others, making 4 people abducted. Earlier, they had demanded 100 million for the king, the monarch that was abducted. They reduced it to 50 million. Family members and community members have reached out to the local government chairman as well as the governor to help with the ransom. And now they have another person abducted. I think that the governor knows, this is now serious. It can't be the same narrative of kidnapping coming out from Kogi State without the state government having a stand.
But
against,
under the former governor,
they were able to reduce it, and he was part of that cabinet.
So if they solved it then, so what is now happening now?
I hope it's not just political, but these are people's lives. Yeah. And I hope that proper things are done.
Have a story in trivia?
Yes, I do. I have the story from Lagos Chamber of Commerce, decrying the fact that the government is maintaining the monetary policy rate at 27.5%, which means that businesses are getting loaned for as high as 37%. Nigeria ranks number 6 in the world among countries where the rates for interest rate is ridiculously high. The head of the director of LCCI, Shegun Ajayi Kadirin, said that many other countries in the past 6 months have been consciously trying to cut down interest rates to boost the economy. You see, he listed countries from Europe to India to Thailand to China to Egypt. They have implemented interest rate cuts to boost the economy and spur growth within the economy. But Nigeria, it is increased that we are increasing. Even when inflation went down, the interest rate is increasing, and that the government is shrinking the financing capacity of many MSMEs, and this is not sustainable. Like, we wonders what the idea is to sustain the monetary policy rate at 27.5%. How would people be able to survive paying back those loans?
Did they switch it on and switch it off? I don't understand. interest rates? Did you just
no, the MPC.
No, I'm trying to understand the rationale.
What are the factors that determine?
It has gone from
23%. So when somebody says in Nigeria, I see somebody switched it on to a certain level, and someone can switch it off, because you have to always remind Nigerians, because the idea is to educate Nigerians. And listen, several factors can what leads inflation to go high or low. And it's based on the
this policy. This is the MPR rate, which affects interest rates in the bank. So the LCCI is saying that the government can adjust this policy with the interest of supporting small businesses.
Okay, I understand that better now. Okay, I think that's all in Omar's story in Tribune. I was going to take Professor Oloyede's, the JAMB registrar, was saying yesterday that he actually wanted to step down when this whole thing happened. He intended to step down, but his colleagues and associates advised him not to. That it would be like he's abandoning the students at this time. He said that also recalled that the technical glitches affected 5 states in the southeast and Lagos, with many alleging that the board deliberately compromised results of the southeast. And he said that there was nothing like that. There was no conspiracy theory against any part of the country. He explained that the emotional breakdown happened during the news conference and to announce the scheduling of the exams for candidates affected by the technical glitches was a result of empathy for the young lady that took her life, and was not a sign that the board was weak or an admission of the challenge. It was just because he reflected on the fact that that young girl had killed herself, and that's why he broke down on that. Okay, I think that's all we can take on front page review. Can I do Vanguard very quickly? Let's see how many minutes we have. Okay, we're out of time. That's all we can take on the front page review. Let's go on a break. When we come back, we'll continue with the show. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.